All right, guys, so Ted Cruz, right? We got to talk about him once again, as it seems like he's trying to redeem himself after being spanked into shape about his word choice in regards to how he described January 6th. Okay, and Ted Cruz is making a comeback, right, as he drops a cruise missile on the FBI by questioning the executive assistant director on their alleged involvement in the events that transpired on January 6th. Now, during this questioning, shockingly, the FBI is basically neither going to confirm nor deny whether or not they were actually involved in the events that happened that day. Take a look.
I want to turn to the FBI. How many FBI agents or confidential informants actively participated in the events of January 6th?
Sir, I'm sure you can appreciate that I can't go into the specifics of sources and methods.
Did any FBI agents or confidential informants actively participate in the events of January 6th? Yes or no?
Sir, I can't answer that.
Did any FBI agents or confidential informants commit crimes of violence on January 6th?
I can't answer that, sir.
Did any FBI agents or FBI informants actively encourage and incite crimes of violence on January 6th?
Sir, I can't answer that.
Ms. Sanborn, who is Ray Epps?
I'm aware of the individual, sir. I don't have the specific background to him.
Well, there are a lot of people who are understandably very concerned about Mr. Epps. On the night of January 5th, 2021, Epps wandered around the crowd that had gathered, and there's video out there of him chanting, "Tomorrow, we need to get into the Capitol, into the Capitol." This was strange behavior, so strange that the crowd began chanting, "Fed, Fed, 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 Fed." Ms. Sanborn, was Ray Epps a Fed?
Sir, I cannot answer that question.
The next day, on January 6th, Mr. Epps is seen whispering to a person, and 5 seconds later, 5 seconds after he's whispering to a person, that same person begins to forcibly tear down the barricades. Did Mr. Epps urge them to tear down the barricades?
Sir, similar to the other answers, I cannot answer that.
Shortly thereafter, the FBI put out a public post seeking information on individuals connected with violent crimes on January 6th. Among those individuals, in the bottom there, is Mr. Epps. The FBI publicly asked for information, offering cash rewards leading to information leading to the arrest. This was posted, and then, sometime later, magically, Mr. Epps disappeared from the public posting. According to public records, Mr. Epps has not been charged with anything. No one's explained why a person videoed urging people to go to the Capitol, a person whose conduct was so suspect the crowd believed he was a Fed, would magically disappear from the list of people the FBI was looking at. Ms. Sanborn, a lot of Americans are concerned that the federal government deliberately encouraged illegal and violent conduct on January 6th. My question to you, and this is not an ordinary law enforcement question, this is a question of public accountability. Did federal agents or those in service of federal agent actively encourage violent and criminal conduct on January 6th?
Not to my knowledge, sir.
Thank you.
Right, of questioning and presenting information that made it really hard for the FBI to weasel their way out of it. But, you know, you can always weasel your way out of stuff by just saying, I can neither confirm nor deny, which is exactly what they're saying. But in my opinion, that makes them look guilty, right? Because this is the FBI we're talking about here. If you did not participate in what happened January 6th, right? The FBI had no role in inciting any violence or trying to encourage people to do anything bad, then you simply just come out here and say, no, we did not, right? You just say no. I don't see what would be the reason to say anything else outside of that if you, in fact, did not do that, right? Now, I'm not saying they did or they didn't. I'm simply just saying, if you didn't, for sure, do that, you would think that the FBI director here would have knowledge of that, okay? Even though she claims she doesn't, you would think that she would. And if she doesn't, we need to find a new director, right? If you didn't do it or you weren't involved in it, then you'd simply say no. And that's how you dispel the conspiracy, right? However, when you don't give an answer and you say, well, I can't really discuss this information, right? I can't discuss this, I can't discuss that. When it's a simple yes or no question, was the FBI involved? Like, did they actively encourage violence? That's a yes or no question. That's a yes or no question. All you gotta do is say yes or no. If you didn't do it, then you just say no. If you did do it, then they're not gonna say yes. But what you say, right, is, well, I can either confirm or deny, right? I can't really discuss these details, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now, in regards to this whole Ray Epps thing, look, I looked into this. I mean, listen, I can definitely understand why people are, have questions about Ray Epps, right? There are videos of him actively encouraging people to break past the barriers and to actually go into the Capitol, right? Like, this dude was literally telling people to do that to the point where people was like, you're a Fed, right? We don't want to do that, right? There's actually a video of people booing him, saying no, right? When he tried to convince them to go into the Capitol the next day, okay? So, this guy shows up on the FBI's, like, most wanted list or something like that. And then magically, after a report about Ray Epps comes out about how people were outing him as a Fed and how, he was actively encouraging violence and blah, 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 the FBI magically just takes him off the list. And for whatever reason, this guy doesn't seem to be a person of interest anymore for the FBI, right? They're ignoring this guy. Almost as if they really don't want to, talk about him, right? For whatever reason. So again, stuff like that has made people, think like, okay, what's up with this dude, right? Was he actually a fan? Okay. And I don't think it's unreasonable to ask those questions, but I do think that there is probably a reasonable explanation for why the FBI is not going after him. Is because he didn't actually go into the Capitol, right? That guy who was telling people to go into the Capitol didn't actually go into the Capitol himself, right? The FBI, in regards to who they're going after, who they're arresting, is mainly people that actually went into the Capitol, right? Which has generated some controversy in and of itself because some people just walked in. Right, everybody didn't just break in and violently enter. Some people just simply was just walking in because there's videos of people being let in. Okay, but that's who the FBI is going after. And the fact that Ray Epps didn't actually go into the Capitol, that probably explains why he's not really a person of interest anymore. But I will acknowledge that him not going into the Capitol could also have been a part of the plan, right? Alleged operation, if there was one. I don't really know. I'm just saying, right? This is what is being debated on in Congress, right? And this is what people are talking about when it comes to this mysterious character and what happened that day. But again, with that being said, who knows whether or not the FBI was actually involved? Because this isn't the first time that the FBI has been accused of entrapment, right? In fact, the defendants in the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot, they basically swore up and down, some of them, that, hey, they were led on by the FBI. That the FBI basically encouraged them and helped them with this plot, right? They were set up by the FBI. And when you look at some other situations like the Justice for January 6th rally, that certainly seemed like a Fed operation to me, right? That to me seemed obvious, okay? So again, with that being said, I don't know if the Feds were involved or not. I'm just saying, like, this is what people are saying. This is what people are putting out here. And the feds aren't doing a good job of debunking these conspiracy theories when they refuse to talk, right? Especially about a situation in which, people on the left are basically trying to charge anybody who was there with a crime or anybody that they see as somebody that may have incited this event with a crime. But again, I find it fascinating how you have somebody on video, right, that is clearly trying to incite a riot and push people to break into the Capitol, right, to go into the Capitol. However, there seems to be no interest in the guy, right? The guy is literally living in, like, on a ranch in Arizona somewhere, right? Chilling, living his life. Not a person of interest. Again, I just find it to be fascinating. But I guess what I'm saying here is that The FBI, them coming out here neither confirming nor denying any of this, when they easily could just deny if they in fact were not involved, makes people believe that they were involved even if they actually weren't. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.